to us that are coming out from the ark, from those people that are coming out from the under the ocean city that we went to, because they're also giving us different kind of things and technology to prepare the upper side of the world, the upper side,
The surface
the
population.
the surface population. They say upper side, and we're getting bits and pieces of different cultures and different people that live inside. Like they're all connected to each other, and they're knowing that they're getting us ready for something that's gonna happen.
You're listening to Exopolitics Today with Dr. Michael Salla, your source for the uncensored truth regarding the human, extraterrestrial, global, and political agenda. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And now, here's Dr. Michael Salla.
Okay, well, I'm very happy to have JP back on Exopolitics Today. He had a mission recently, and so welcome back, JP. Tell us about your mission.
Hey, how you doing, Doc? We had something going on yesterday. We were out for a couple hours. We went back to that cave system, and we went down. And they were doing a type of exchange. We did not went all the way in, but we went next to the door where we could see the garden. And we went down a number of, it was 8 of us, same people, but we had 2 different people with us, pulling a type of security. So we tried to go in, but the 2 guards from the garden did not let us in. They were saying that we were the person that they gave the seeds to, that he was having a bad heart about giving it to somebody else.
Can you explain what you mean by bad heart? You mean like bad faith?
Well, not like necessarily bad faith. That, you know, usually when something of big magnitude is given out like that, a lot of people have second thoughts and all that. So they sat us in like this big, like oval type of waiting room, and we sat down on these granite rocks, and we were just waiting for one of those humanoids to come in and to talk to us, talk to the person. So what I was understanding is that they were taking these seeds overseas, but they said that they wanted it to keep it here, and they don't know why they're trying to move it overseas, what they gave to us. So they were kind of confused of who's making the decision of taking care of the things that they're giving to us. One of the guys that were there, he was one of the guys that they gave him the seed, but one of the other guys was not there. They did not want nothing to do with him. Like, nothing to do with him, because something about a bad vibe about him. So they wanted us to find him, to bring him down, but he's overseas now, and he's doing another mission. So when we were waiting, they brought out another box, and inside this box they had like tubes of different color of water. So these tubes had red color, it had a blue color, it had a lighter blue color, and the grayish color of waters in these little tubes of, like, it looked like science tubes. And they were saying this needs to go up there, because this is part of what these plants give. This type of like liquid, it comes out from these particular plants that will help these seeds grow, and I think it will help the ground, or make it to it like to grow faster, something like that. So they had us to bring that up, but they're not like scared, but they're like, should we or should we not? Because they see so many things happening in the surface that they don't want really to happen. And they're still like, should we or should we not? And we told them that we're trustworthy, that we're going to take this information out to where you need us to, and we're going to make sure we get this information to the higher ups that you feel like that. And they feel the way they feel. So they want to give us more stuff, but they're being hesitant now to give us more things.
So with the original box and the seeds that were inside, these humanoids now, I mean, are they humanoids? Are they ant people? Maybe you can talk a little bit about that. How did they know that these seeds were taken out of the country and were not being used in the right way?
I guess they have a way of tracking them. They have a technology that can track where these seeds go. I think they have the technology to track any biological living thing through a type of GPS or technology that they have, that they can track things that they give to us. They have a way to track anything that they give to us. It's connected somehow. Everything is connected, Doc.
Yeah, I was going to say the person that they felt had a bad vibe. I mean, that person, did he take the seed? I mean, I think, yeah, explain. I mean, he took the seeds from the last expedition out of the country. And so was that because the seeds were supposed to stay here, to be used here in some way?
Well, what was explained to them was that the seed was going to stay here. But now they know that the seed is not here no more. And they know where the seed is. They didn't want to give a specification where the seeds are or nothing, where they already know where it is. They don't want that information more to come out. I think there's a higher mission in our end with these particular seeds and the things that they're giving to us that are coming out from the ark, from those people that are coming out from the under the ocean city that we went to, because they're also giving us different kind of things and technology to prepare the upper side of the world, the upper side, the
surface population.
The surface population. They say upper side, and we're getting bits and pieces of different cultures and different people that live inside. Like, they're all connected to each other, and they're knowing that they're getting us ready for something that's gonna happen.
Okay, and how did they communicate, and with who did they communicate? I mean, you were leading this 8-man squad.
I did not lead this mission. Somebody else was leading. But the last mission I was, leading in a way as the security portion, Doc. Not the negotiation or not the giving the different things that they're giving to us, but just the security portion. Because everybody got a thing that they're in charge of,
Okay,
when it comes into.
So six of you were providing the security, and two of the two new guys, they were the ones doing the negotiations or the dialogue.
Yes. And when we put security, we're just making sure everything is looking good, making sure, looking around, taking notes with our mind, and making sure that there's a good vibe, because we're good in reading people, and we're like to make sure everything goes as planned, as like what we have to do.
I see. Now, with these humanoids, can you talk a little bit about them and their relationship with the ant people? I mean, are these ant beings, these humanoids that were?
Well, they look they look like us, but they got like their mouth are more closed, like circle form, like a V circle form. Their nose are like slits. Their eyes are bigger, and they have like this skin that comes out their head that looks like two antennas, but they don't look like antenna. It looks like hair, but it looks like a type of skin that comes out, and their skin is like that bluish grayish color.
So you wouldn't call them ant people. You would describe them as something else.
They kind of look like ants. If you look at them, like they have two hands, two arms. They wear robes. Their feet are longer than ours. Yeah. Like if I have a size 10, they have like a size 13 or 14 if they're my height. You know, they got long feet. But you can still see, you know, their toes and all that. Their fingers are slightly longer. Their fingers are longer, and their nails are like slanted down. They're not straight out. They're slanted down, so their finger has the nail protecting the tip of the finger, like slanting down. Like they could do like this to any like surface, and you could still hear their nails and all that. It's not like ours that it's like that, slanted down.
How many fingers did they have?
They have five fingers. We asked to go back to that, to go back to that giant being that was there, but they did not want to give us the opportunity to go there again. They kept us in that room sitting down. This room had different kind of lights that was glowing around the room. They had like this, there was an orb that was going in and out the size of a tennis ball, and it was just going to each of us and going back out, coming back in, going to each one of us, and you can feel the vibration of this tennis ball orb flying to us, and you can feel our hairs of our body, like if it was a type of electricity, you know. But it was intelligent, whatever this orb was, and it was just checking. We asked what it was, and it said, "Oh no, it's just checking, you guys, like checking the aura to see if we're good faith, you know, we're telling the truth and all that."
Okay, so they can tell if someone is there under some kind of deceptive agenda. They can tell using these orbs.
Yeah, these orbs were all over the place when we went last time.
So I assume then that's why the military needs people like you, people who, you know, don't go in with some negative agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, you know, people like you are sent in on the missions or lead the missions because, you know, your intention is are very pure, and these beings recognize that.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, most people, if they go to these missions, their heart rate goes up. I think I've been, I guess, developed since when I was in the civilian sector to see these different beings. And when you see a different being, you know, you got to be calm. They teach you that, you know, you have to be calm. You have to talk the straight face. If they telepathically talk to you, talk to them back. If you feel that they're talking to you, you talk to them back telepathically, because they'll know. You know, you just give eye contact, and if they talk to you telepathically, you tell them the same thing back in what you're saying inside. It's like you're talking without moving your lips, but they're nodding their head and I'm nodding their heads. They talk telepathically as well. So that was quite interesting, because when you get used to that and they talk to you, right? But you don't see them moving their lips and you don't move their lips, but you're understanding each other. it takes time to train to do that, to get used to do that. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, us humans, we're gonna have the capability to talk to each other without using vocalization. We're gonna talk to each other without using, just nodding our heads and understanding each other. And I'm sure it's a type of technology that they have, or is a type of consciousness that we haven't developed, but we do have. I'm sure that we do have that, but we haven't developed it yet. And that was quite interesting, Doc. I wish people, I wish there would be like I know there's a lost history of a lot of things that we used to do that we don't do no more. And that's one of them, to communicate telepathically with each other.
Well, when we're on the subject of history, I know that there are legends, Native American legends, about the ant people protecting the Native Americans during cataclysms, periods of cataclysms. So from what you saw in that underground cavern and the passageway and their kind of main garden area and the ships that were flying around, do you think that was kind of a place where you could actually have like lots of people finding refuge during surface catastrophes?
Yes, it could totally be a place of refuge. Yes, but it's protected because they have so many varieties of different things there. So I found something interesting. The place that we went, I'm thinking, is right in the Springs in Florida. So that is quite interesting. It's in that area. The guy that found the magical tree of life.
So you're saying the area in Florida that he explored, that's the same area where this cavern system is located?
I'm sure it's around there.
I know there's a springs in Florida. Is that what you're referring to? It's
somewhere around there.
So you're saying that area is where this cavern is located?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting. Well, there's a Florida State Park, so is it under the park?
Yeah, you can see the radius of it, how big it is. And the good thing is that is in front of everybody's face. It's right there. The name is there. You know?
Okay.
And I found that I could share that to everybody, the location. Maybe if you drive by there, or
were you given permission to do this, to reveal the location?
No.
Okay.
But I feel that, yeah, to give the location of that.
Well, last time you said that you were taken there by a TR-3B. So what happened this time? Again, from your base, you were taken by a TR-3B, or did you go there some other way?
No, we drove there.
Oh, okay. So then you know the precise location, and you're telling us it's somewhere near that park there in Florida.
Yes.
Wow. And of course this spring park, it actually on the website, it actually says that visitors can regain their youth by taking a dip in the cool, clear waters of these immaculate springs. So, I mean, the question is, well, those immaculate springs, do they have anything to do at all with the underground water system that you saw and the tree that you saw?
It's connected.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
It's connected. Okay. Is really pure.
All right, so people should go there and have a drink from that state park.
I don't know about a drink, but a swim or something. It's really interesting, Doc. Maybe if you come down to Florida, we can probably visit together and go down there. But definitely. Yeah, I just wanted to share that, and it's around there. The cavern is around there.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. I think people would love to know more about the giant. Do you know anything more about who that was? I mean, there's questions. Some people are speculating who that could be. Do you have any idea?
Well, when we were there last, Doc, he was sleeping in stasis. His beard long, wrapped around his neck, like he's in stasis. And they called him a type of god. So when he wakes up, he wakes up. Nobody would take him out of that stasis. So when I say stasis, it's similar to what a bear does in winter. It's a type of hibernation, but for hundreds of years. Instead of a winter, it's for hundreds of years. Nobody knows why it's like that, but there's dozens of these guys in stasis around the world.
Well, I guess the question is, though, are they actually sleeping or hibernating for long periods of time, or are they just lying down, having a nap, a short nap, in some kind of space-time capsule that for them maybe only a few days pass or a few hours pass, whereas hundreds of years or even thousands of years pass on the surface, because the sarcophagus that they're in actually is a kind of technology where time is dilated in some way.
Well, when we went into the temple, right, and there was these vines that were giving fire, right? I remember me telling you that. There was a feeling of vibration around it. Yeah, I could tell you that. But I'm not sure if it's a time. We didn't get as close enough to feel that, but I'm sure it could be that type of technology with the way that they were protecting it and the way that the symbols were on that type of temple. It was similar to the ones we saw in the Ark, where we left the Mexicans, the Indians, and the time slowed down, where we saw these symbols and they kept walking, and the Chinese, they tried to go behind them, but time was really slow. So I'm sure it could be that same type of technology. When the Mexicans came back, we don't know how time was changed when they went in through the ark, because you could see them different, like more alert. But I'm sure it's a type of technology that keeps them in stasis, in condition. I believe it could be one of the gods that comes down to teach and to know when something is wrong, to wake up.
I think one of the Egyptian gods, Thoth, who is known for having prolonged life and having taught the secrets of human longevity, I recall that he traveled to Florida, or there are stories or rumors, I think it might come from the Emerald Tablets, or some sources say that he traveled to the Americas. So I'm wondering if that could be Thoth.
He did have, like, he was huge, Michael, Doc. His hand is like probably like 6 times bigger than my hands. Big guy. His skull is probably like also 6 times bigger than my skull. You can see his jaw, his beard. Like, if he was alive, he would be really intimidating looking, and he's there with inside the box there's like a staff there. There's a staff, a golden staff that he has there. But other than that, I couldn't tell you more. But that, I know these beings are protecting it, and they're just waiting for the moment for him to wake up, and I guess to all the other ones to wake up at the same time. And I think it's gonna happen during the same time the arcs probably will come out, and everybody will see. So everything is gonna happen in unison.
Well, thanks for keeping us up to date with what's going on and these missions that you're doing. And I'm very much looking forward to these beings waking up and the arcs becoming active and being seen. And you're going to be able to give us the information we need to kind of understand it all.
Roger that. Thank you for having me.
Well,
Awesome.
Thank you, JP.
You have been listening to Exopolitics Today with Dr. Michael Salla. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Join or start a conversation in the comments. Take the time to explore the vast library of best-selling books, webinars, and podcasts by Dr. Salla. Visit exopoliticstoday.com.